Lately we've been getting a lot of phone calls on some of the corn that was planted pretty early here in South Dakota this year in 2017. Today we're going to look at some of that corn and just discuss a little bit what we're seeing so far. First of all, the first thing to understand, it typically takes at least 100 to 120 growing degree days, or GDDs, for corn to emerge. So until we get those growing degree days, it's very difficult to tell sometimes if your corn will emerge. This in particular corn we're looking at here was planted on the 22nd of April and has about 80 to 82 degree growing degree days behind it. And this is how far it is. So this was planted before that cold rain that we had on the 24th, 25th. We had a good 48 hours before that cold snap hit in some good conditions. Soil temperatures at that time were above 50. Since then, they did drop down and were well below 50 for a good week. They were running anywhere from 38 to 43 degrees there for quite a while. But you can see this seed was able to grab that moisture early, swell with warm moisture, and looks very healthy and very good. One thing we need to make sure is we're checking our fields. And checking our fields, especially those that were planted probably right before a cold rain. Some of you guys may be asking, growing degree days, what are they? What do they consist of? Basically, growing degree days are any amount of days where we can have the temperature above 50 degrees in the spring. We're accumulating growing degree days. For example, if we have a 60 degree day for a high and it drops back down to 40 at night, we typically will use 50 as the low and 60 for the high. So essentially, if you are trying to calculate your growing degree days, you're looking at 60 degrees for being the high and 50 for the low. Even though it dropped below that to 40, we use 50 as the calculator. Then you add those two up, so 60 plus 50 would be 110. Divide that by 2. Okay, so divide that by 2. 110 divided by 2 is 55. Then you go ahead and subtract 50 from that. That is your calculation of how to do growing degree days, and that would give us 5 units of growing degree days we accumulated that day. And again, every day has a different amount. Sometimes you get 0, sometimes you get 10, sometimes you get 15 or more. In the spring, a lot of times we're looking at that 8 to 15 growing degree units per day on a normal spring. Again, we went through quite a snap there without any growing degree days. But we do need to accumulate up to that 100 to 120 growing degree days to get this corn emerged.